Could you introduce yourself, what grade you're in, and the mission of Link, please?
Okay. My name is Ji-Hoon Hong, and I am a senior this year. I am representing Liberty in North Korea. The mission of Liberty in North Korea at SAS is to help relieve the North Korean refugee crisis, mainly through three major ways in which they work in: refugee rescues, refugee resettlement, and changing the narrative. So yeah, at SAS, our club stands for the same goals as the organization Liberty in North Korea, and we strive to reach these goals mainly through fundraising and awareness raising activities.
What are the specific what are what's an example of an activity you've done in the past, like specific activity?
Um, yeah, so in the past, we have held a lot of bake sales. We had Korean food themed bake sales for fundraising. We regularly held documentaries produced by Liberty in North Korea. We screened those, and we had a chance for students to donate and also learn more about the North Korean refugee crisis through those documentaries. We also held a write a letter event that could be sent to North Korean refugees in Korea. So
What would be expected of members if they joined your club?
when members join the club, we will be expecting that students will come in with a desire to learn more about the refugee crisis, and also have a focus to spread awareness about the issue first before even acting. And then as we learn and spread more about the issue, we are hoping to have students that we're hoping to give students a lot more opportunities to lead and also act in more direct ways to help relieve the North Korean refugee crisis.
What kind of leadership opportunities do you give students in your club?
So for now, we are not entirely sure about the officer structure for next year. However, we are looking to have myself as the president, and then hopefully one or two more officers that can come along to lead with me. And hopefully they can be juniors or sophomores or even freshmen.
Um, I guess final question would be, what is your most cherished memory in Link?
My most cherished memory with Liberty in North Korea was my very first meeting that I attended back when I was a sophomore. I first had a final year, end of year TED Talk project for World Studies, and I did that about the North Korean refugee crisis. And then from there, I learned about Liberty in North Korea. So the year after, I heard SAS, actually has this club. So the very first meeting, I watched a short clip about the journey that the North Koreans go through when they defect out of North Korea. And for myself, that was the most cherished moment because it shocked me about how much information I do not know about the refugee crisis. And that has let me lead my passions more into even joining the club as an officer later on.